They're nice ones.
Hey, hello mate. What are you up to?
Oh, hello, I'm just prepping bits for the Mini.
Prepping the Mini?
Yeah,
What are you doing that for?
bit of wiring. Why?
We gotta be in Brands Hatch, mate. It's Festival Italia Day today. Festival Italia Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Come on in. Get changed. Right, we're here with James and his beautiful Ferrari 250 Lusso. Would you mind telling us about it, James? Because it's a beautiful car.
Yes, I'm very lucky to own it. I was in a good position back in 2009 where I could had the chance of actually buying a car of my dreams. And
yeah, it's not many of us get that chance,
that's
do we?
right. No, I was a very lucky man. And what happened, I wanted one of these, and so one of the dealers helped me find one. They said there's one in Paris.
Oh.
So we went over to Paris to find it. It was in pretty good condition, but we knew we were going to really take it back and sort of give it a once over and for restoration.
So has it been bare metalled or is it just
bare metal? Look, what was good about this car was when we got it back to the garage, stripped it down for restoration, took the paint off, no rust, and what's more, no damage at all.
Really?
Yeah. As we took the interior out, we noticed it was original. And the reason you can tell that, it's like the headlining and the door panels, when you take them off, they're actually signed by the man who actually made them, because they were always made for an individual car.
Oh,
and
man.
It would say, this is made for the 250 Lusso.
Yeah.
And lucky enough, I verified a lot of this story by talking to people that were actually a friend of Enzo Ferrari back in the day. Very retired people now, but they used to work there. They said, that's how things worked in them days. The next one that came along on the workshop, we need a V12 to go in there. Where's one hanging around? Put it in there. And that's how they were made. But the thing is, when we looked at it all, we thought, that's in pretty good nick. So what we wanted to do is to keep this as original as possible. So we have the original headlining, the original seat covers, nearly everything's original. Obviously the paint's new. Even when it came to the engine, we looked at it, we said, okay, instead of putting new shock absorbers in and new things, we'll have the old ones refurbished and put them all back. So this is very likely one of the most original 250 Lussos you're ever going to come across.
Beautiful, stunning. I said
we love
to you
it.
Just earlier, just putting your nose and you can smell that history in it. It's just lovely. It's absolutely stunning.
No, I'm a very lucky man.
You are a very lucky man. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.
Good day.
here with Martin in his lovely white Lancia Delta, Martini colours. Could you tell us about it, please, Martin?
Yeah, sure. Well, this is a bit special, this one. I found this car at Goodwood. It was at the Lancia Day a couple of years ago, and it was up at a really good price. Too good to say no to, but didn't have any money on me. I didn't have anything in the bank. Pretty much skinned, and I was visiting my dad. He was ill at the time. He was in a hospice up in the northeast, and I went up to visit him, as I did something every couple of weeks, and I showed him the pictures of this Lancia, and I said, yeah, it's for sale as well, and he looked at me and said, why don't we buy it? And I was like, what? But how's that going to work? And he said, yeah, we'll go halves in it, and I just about had enough money to pay for half of it. So that was it, and it was lovely, because what we then did, each time I worked on the car, it needed quite a lot doing to it.
All right, okay.
So each time I did some work on the car, I'd take the pictures of it, print them off, and then post them up to where he was up in the northeast in the hospice. And he was adding them to the scrapbooks. It was lovely. So it's a kind of like a long distance sort of virtual restoration. Yeah. So I did all of the kind of the greasy handwork.
Because they used a very strange method on the Lancias, didn't they?
Oh, there's a few interesting little cuts and grays I've given myself trying to get underneath and down the backs of things.
Is the bodywork more or less as it was? Or
it is, yeah. It is. It had been used. It was owned by the vice president of the Lancia Owners Club, and he was actually using it as a track car.
Yeah.
So believe it or not, it was when I bought it, hence why it was quite cheap. It was fully stripped out, roll cage.
Man. So you had to find the seats and everything?
No seats, no carpets, door cards.
I bet that was a nightmare.
The
trying to find
glass
a part for it.
in the rear was perspex glass. The tailgate, he did an amazing job, and it actually had an aluminium tailgate on it.
Yeah.
So it was like a real kind of, what do I do with it? The kind of, the middle-aged petrol head would have loved to have tracked it, but I thought in reality I'm going to track it maybe twice a year, and it starts to get quite expensive as well.
It's like this really, where you get a chance to run around the circuit. It's perfect, isn't it? But you want to enjoy it, don't you?
So yeah, it's kind of, I didn't quite know what I was doing when I bought it. I just knew that my dad and we just loved it. My dad, I grew up with the Lancias. My father used to have Prismas, Beaters, all that sort of stuff back in the 80s.
We had a dealership near us.
Oh, really?
In Bishop Stortford, yeah, and that was that's where I sort of, you used to see them parked up.
No, that's it.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
I remember sort of driving to, going to the local Lancia dealerships when he was having his car serviced, like sitting in the showroom, and this one with the Martini stripes was always the
iconic one, isn't it? Really.
So yeah.
So the wheels been refurbished, or as they were?
Yeah. So it's got the 6J Integrale rims on it, just 1 inch larger than the standard.
Yeah.
And the only other thing that I've done just to freshen it up is the Integrale headlamps.
Yeah.
And that's it. The rest of the car is actually kind of
more
as it would have been from the factory before it was then sort of stripped to be used for the track.
It's just any car in Glacier White, I think, is. But these in particular, especially with the Martini,
Yeah, no, it's a lovely car. It gets used often. It's
good.
It's not a summer car. It's not a show queen. It's a little bit. It's not perfect.
It's got your kids in it today.
Oh, it's got boot full of their laundry. You've been away for a few days. Got their tennis rackets, laundry in it,
yeah,
all sorts. But yeah, it gets used. It's definitely one of those cars. It's loved, but it's not kind of. Yeah. It's not like cotton wool car, do you know what I mean?
It's how they should be, yeah.
Exactly, it gets driven, the kids enjoy it, I take them to school in it every now and again.
Good.
But yeah, it's a nice car, and I think contrary to people often, they kind of have this, like Italian, particularly sort of Italian car, Lancias, Alphas, rust buckets unreliable. Do you know, that's been brilliant. It's been absolutely brilliant. I've had a split hose pipe, fuel pipe on it. And that's it in the 2 years I've had it.
I've had a couple of Alphas, and again, I quite agree with you. It was bulletproof. The engine was gorgeous. It absolutely sounded wonderful. Little V6 thing. But it's just my height. You're probably right in this, but it was a height I struggled with. But
But even the doors. They've just got such a lovely.
They haven't dropped or anything, have they?
They've just got such a lovely clunk to them. They're much better built than I think maybe sort of people have been sort of led to believe.
You didn't have to find the steering wheel. You've got the steering wheel.
That's it's a good spot. Yeah, I did find that steering wheel. I bought that one from eBay, Italian eBay. It did have the original 3-spoke Momo, but that's again, it was the dealer option Martini Momo wheel. And that was a lucky find. It came up. I was looking, sort of searching, didn't see anything for ages, and it popped up in my notifications on eBay. It's like no hesitation. I was like, don't buy it. And so that was a nice finishing touch. The only other thing I've had done is the bolster. Just had that retrimmed on that side. Because that had worn through. But other than that, I've tried to sort of do quite an enthusiastic, but also
correct, I think,
exactly, sort of period correct and sort of authentic sort of rebuild of it. I'll say rebuild, sort of light restoration.
It's lovely.
But it's thank you.
Superb car, Martin.
Lovely, really appreciate that.
And it's really lovely. Thank you.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Sab.
Nice to meet you.
And you. And this lovely little Fiat. Would you mind telling us about it? Where it's from, the history of it, what's done to it?
It's the Fiat 500e just released last year. They have a hybrid model and an electric model. They've got the Abarth 500e as well, but this is the Fiat 500e. We've got the Designio body kit on this. It's got a front bumper valance, bonnet masks, a rear bumper valance, alloy wheels, custom vegan leather interior, and we've got our Designio badges on the front, side and on the back. We also offer carbon fibre steering wheel for this model.
Lovely. So is it wrapped or is that paint?
I believe it's a two-tone wrap at the top.
So is that done in factory or done out of factory?
We do this out of factory, but the body kit is manufactured, I think, in the UK. Wheels are manufactured in Italy, and we design it all in-house. And we have our own body shop. We have approved the body shops in the UK for any customers.
And your body shops are? Little plug?
Yep. We have Project Khan in headquarters in Bradford. And we have 2 Chelsea Truck Company showrooms in London.
Alright, okay, lovely. So is it only the Fiat 500 that you do, or do you do other cars as well?
We do Land Rover Defenders, Jeeps, Bentleys, Aston Martins, Lamborghini, Ferrari. We work with 4x4s, performance cars, supercars. Now we've entered a new market. With a benchmark in electric cars now. We're surprising so many cars here, and there's only one electric Fiat. And we're representing the electric community today, and also a modified version of it.
No, it's really nice actually. It's a fun looking car, and the sunroof as well. It's really good.
Yeah, so we've gone with the original Fiat DNA of design language. So you can tell some parts of the design that we've done look OEM, but actually we've styled that in-house. We've done aggressive, kind of sporty look to it. So with the front bumper valance, if you just look here, it carries on with the actual original shape of the car, but it adds that sporty look to it, adds the aerodynamic feel to it.
No, it looks really good.
And a lot of people have been saying the bonnet masks, they didn't realise they were on there because they're so subtle.
No, it looks very nice. No, thank you very much for showing us it.
No worries, thank you very much.
Thank you. Right, we're here with Ian in his lovely Ducati. Tell us about it, Ian, please. It's beautiful.
I bought it as a bit of a wreck about 4 years ago. It was stored in a damp garage. It was the wrong colour. Everything was corroded on it. So it's taken 2 years to rebuild it with the help of friends. Ray Petty in Greenwich supplied a lot of the spares. But my friend Vic Parsons built the engine. We did all the paintwork, got that done. And it's a lovely bike to ride.
So what was the original colour then, Ian?
This is the original colour. It was painted red and black, like a lot of Ducatis.
So has the seat been redone as well? Everything.
The seat was redone. Yeah, everything was
nice
rotten
job
on it.
actually.
Everything was rotten.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's lovely.
And it's really nice to ride.
Yeah, I bet.
I've got 2 Bonnevilles at home.
Have you?
62 and a 64. And yeah, this is really the star of the show.
Yeah, no, it's really nice. Thank you for letting us see it and talk about it. It's been brilliant, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, that was good, wasn't it?
That was all right, wasn't it? That was some cracking cars there, wasn't it?
Nancy was lovely, wasn't it?
Hey, and that old Ferrari as well.
Yeah.
What was his name, James?
No, yeah, but we can't say anymore.
No, his car was good, wasn't it?
He was lovely. He was a lovely old fella, though, wasn't he?
He was.
But he'd got 3 Ferraris there.
Oh, he had 3, did he?
He'd got 3 there, yeah. He'd got a 308. I don't know, it's a modern one. I don't like the modern Ferraris. He'd got a modern Ferrari and he'd got the 205, whatever he called it. I can't remember what he called it now, but yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, no, it was all right. It was worth going.
Yeah,
it's well worth going.
There was loads there, but the trouble is, what we found is people weren't staying with the vehicles, were they? They were just buggering off.
Yeah, well, that's the only thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
We see a nice car, we want to have a chat with the owner, and they've been wandering around, haven't they? But I suppose they're there to have a look at stuff as well, haven't they? But, you know, never mind.
We'd like a couple more to chat with, but
never mind. Anyway, right. Right, so thanks for watching this week's episode, but before we go tonight, we got a bit of sad news.
Yeah, we have got some sad news. The 3rd member of the crew has sadly had to be put to sleep. He'd got a tumour on his spine, so we've had to say goodbye to Arch.
He's been struggling a bit lately, hasn't he? To be fair,
I mean, he's been
so it was kind of like it wasn't something that was a bit of a shock to us.
Yeah, it wasn't unexpected.
But even so, lost 3rd member.
Yeah.
So he's gone up to the workshop in the sky,
and he was a character, wasn't he?
So never mind, but poor old Archie, but he won't be forgotten, and he might even be named in some future ventures
and bits and pieces, and we might get another little helper as well at some point. But
yeah, we'll see how it goes. But okay. Well, anyway, everyone. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. There'll be a graphic come up somewhere just to remind you, and we'll see you next week. Thanks a lot.
Well, I'll sit on the Uber then. Shall I? You can sit on the chair, because I'm good like that. Oh, my knees. Oh. I tell you what, Arch. There's no cats allowed in here, you know. It's a total cat ban.
Did someone see Batman? That went alright, didn't it?